head. Niggas is terrible. I need to be in that league. I'd be, I'd be killing motherfuckers. Chris Jones is wild. I can't wait till my Chiefs team, boy. Niggas is gonna hate me.
Ravens live. Patriots.
Let's go. Show live. We are live, bitch. Let's get to it. Real talk, episode something. Plugs are on, you know what I'm saying? Let's get our plugs on, the plugs in. We want to get our plugs on. That's all that matters right now. Just get your plugs in.
Jags.
Meanwhile, Onk in the background. Jaguars on the clock. Titans on the clock. But we live, baby. That's all I know is we live, man. Right now, and hits the franchise Google. We are in. We on the streets of the playoffs now, man. This is the streets. Week 14. We're gonna talk about the hot teams, the not teams. We're gonna talk about the diaper dandies that's doing their damn thing. Trade rumors. A lot of trades happened over the last 34 hours. And we getting into it and all that, man. Who wants smoke? That's what the title is for me, in my opinion, man. Let's get that. Put the guns up. Let's go. You go to league news. We talk about all the talk about. Luke Kuechly landed in Los Angeles. Colts over
I
Jaguars
ain't
at
never
home. Tucker
lacking
Powers.
but
Colts the
gassing my
victory with
gun
3
out.
touchdowns. Who Taylor Powers? Falcons storm back. Dejecting loss for Eagles. Drop 52-21 to Atlanta. Oh, wow. Ladarius Tucker's impact off the charts. Panthers topples Bucks 35-13. Panthers Patrick Mahomes step up in the 4-touchdown game. Fourth quarter collapse. Dejecting loss for Vikings. Drop 70-24 to Los Angeles. LAR, the Rams make most of Minnesota errors. Los Angeles airs it out against the Vikings. No containing Isaac Bruce. Cowboys beat rival Giants. Refusing to quit. 49ers over the Titans. 49 to nothing. That's the news. Right away, man, we get into it. We get into our top 10 hitter BCSs, man. Shout out to my boy Hitter who will be around tomorrow, actually. Man. My boy Hitter be back on this, man. Know they trolling. All right, I'm done off these young boys right now rapping and shit. These millennium rappers and shit. Them niggas from my little nephew T era and shit. And Max. Just, you know what I mean? Max Payne the shooter. And we gonna call T Woo Wop. You know what? We ain't gonna call T that. We gonna call T fucking who we gonna call since we on that faux shit. Faux and them, we gonna call T motherfucking Chief Keef, black ass nigga. So now I'm just playing. But he's shooting out here. Them Patriots is out here winning right now. So the Cardinals are sitting on top of the BCS at 12-0. Max and millions. Listen, I got Onk on this bitch. Anytime I got Onk on this bitch, you know we in a good mood. Onk, man. King Falk is sitting at 12-0 right now, man. He got a big game coming up after the show against the Ravens. Those Cardinals have been in Baltimore plenty of times this. They also faced the Baltimore Ravens plenty of times in Arizona as well, and I think they are absolutely undefeated against the Ravens.
Colts.
This is a big game though. On week 12, Falk needs to win this game. He already has an X next to his name. I mean, he's clinched his division. He's clinched his playoff spot already. What makes the Cardinals, coached by Falk, a 12-0 team right now this year? What's their good and bads? Can't put it no better than that. All right, so before I let you get into your vibe right now, man, you got to go to your settings and turn your mic on so we can hear you. We can't hear you on the live right now, man. Nope. And I know you about to get into your bag right now, so we about to have some fun. We about to make niggas laugh. We gonna make some niggas mad. Motherfucker, Max, man, help him out, man. How you get his voice heard, man?
Um, you gotta go press the select or the little button on the left. Go to broadcast. No, not broadcast. Go to capture. Go to capture all the way to the right. The little button to the left on top of your where your PlayStation pad button is.
Like you about to
The
broadcast
select
your
button.
game. Yeah, we
Yeah,
call it the
like a
select
broadcast,
button.
the select button. Then you go to capture options. No, capture options all the way to the right. And then you go to capture options all the way to the right. Then you go to
Yeah.
include your mic's audio. Include your mic's audio.
All right.
All right, now say test test. Give a little test.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Onk in the building.
You.
Nope. Still not on. Yep. Include party audio. What else you get? Check some other shit over there. Yeah, include your mic audio.
Include your mic audio. That's the one I was saying. Include mic audio. Party audio is for when you stream. Cut that off.
Trying to hear it right now. Say something. Nope. Still not on. God damn it. How we get him on here, man? Who can help us out right now? Include party audio, include Mike's audio. I don't know. I don't know how to do. I don't know what else to
I
do.
thought that's how I did it. I swear that's how I did it, I think. Unless it's somewhere, hold on.
Do we gotta go
Um, no, that's
hit
not
that?
it.
Include that audio too.
You can cut that off. Those two off. That's what I'm saying. You can cut that off. Um, hold on, bro. Uh, fuck.
While they figuring it out, man, I'll get to it. But look, man, I'm gonna just tell you like this. This is a very interesting season, especially for those that are playing for playoff spots down the stretch. And there's a lot of y'all still in playoff contentions that don't believe, that might not think you are. So I'll advise you guys, if you got
Take
six
it off
losses
chat only.
and some of y'all got seven, take it off chat only. Take it off chat only. Take it off
It
chat
might
only.
that might be in the party settings. You
Yeah,
talking
go to
about
the
like that?
parting settings. So now hit the PlayStation button and go to the game base, like you grade, go to the party and shit. Let me see if you can set up
Oh,
there
I see it. Okay, okay, I got it. Go to the party. Go to the party.
and click on
Like you
our
finna add somebody. Go
click
to
on our
the
shit.
options, the three dots. Go to voice chat settings. When you go to voice chat settings, it's the third one down.
Yeah, share your voice aloud. There you
There
go.
it goes.
There you go.
And broadcast and video clips. There it go.
There you go. You got it on. You know where you're going. Ah, ah. All right. So while we getting him squared away, fellas. So again, if you look at, let's just look at the AFC as a whole right now before we get to the the top 10 teams and all that good stuff. Again, there's a lot of teams that are still vying for playoff spots right now. So if you look at the Patriots right now, they are division winners. They win one more game and they will have the division on smash. So that will automatically put them in a seed. So right now they're the number one seed. The Ravens, still a lot of games left. Steelers aren't that far behind, but as of right now, the Ravens are divisional winners. Now, when you look at the Chargers, Broncos, and Raiders, I don't know what's been going on with the Raiders, but I don't think he took a loss himself this year. Yep, yes, he did against the Steelers. Everybody else he getting forced losses against. So now that division is 8-4. They all tied top three. So the winner of this division will get in, and the other two, as long as they're winning, will have the 6 and 7 seed. Now, with that being said, the Steelers are also playoff bound. Right now, they're looking to get into the playoffs. So are the Dolphins. Now, when you look at Chargers, Broncos, Raiders, until we figure out who wins this division, all three of these guys are, playoff bound as far as wild card round. They're looking to be either teams that will be playing in the playoffs on the road. One out of the three will play home. The other two will be on the road, but they're still fighting for their playoffs live. They're in a good situation because they have 4 losses. But these 5 loss teams, Steelers and Dolphins got a shot. The Bengals still have a shot. The Jets still have a shot. And here's the cooker. And Mike lost another one. I don't know, but this is not over with yet. The Colts and the Jaguars are still fighting for the AFC South. The Colts are 7-6. The Jaguars are 5-8. And before I go any further, we'll get to why this is still a fight for this division over there. And it's a huge fight because things get sticky down the stretch. So again, if you're a team with 6 losses, even 7 losses in the AFC, you still have a shot for the playoffs. So I will play my games to make sure you give yourself a fighting chance. NFC side, right? You got the Cardinals sitting with a 12-0 spot. They got an X next to their name. Panthers are looking like they're going to win their division. Go to the party like you Grace send the invite out. Like go come to our party.
Hit the PlayStation button
Hit
and
the
click on our
PlayStation
party.
button and go to the party.
Go to the 3 dots all the way to the right. It should be right under our name.
Are you inside the party yet? Yeah, go to the 3
Voice chat
dots.
settings.
Go to voice chat settings.
And then the third one down, share your voice.
Yeah, share your voice aloud. Mm-hmm. Yep, and then go down to the
Voice
third
chat
one.
settings.
Share your voice aloud.
Got him. In there, testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. I'm on there.
Yep, got you. There we go. All right, so let's get back to what we was talking about, and let's look at this top 10 hitters BCS. All right, so my question to you, Unc, again was, what makes the Cardinals? The Cardinals, they're sitting at 12-0 right now, leading the NFC side. But coming out of that division and playing him, what makes the Cardinals the Cardinals?
Just him. Playing him, period. Just playing him, period. The way his style of football, the way he plays. He just had a couple of times he went in the playoffs. Since he been in the playoffs, he been losing. I don't think it's the case this year. I think he locked in this year.
Yeah.
Win or bust.
Now again, you played him. You've played him close games. Every game y'all played, and you would say that this season you feel a different fall. Like he's actually locked in this season.
Yeah, he got me the last game. He was just locked in. He wasn't. He was locked in.
All right.
He just played a little different.
All right, so those Cardinals, I mean, they got a couple games down the stretch. And when you look at the NFC side of things right now, you got the Cardinals, Panthers, and I would still say the Bucks are in fighting contention to get that number 1 seed. With the Panthers only being 1 game behind the Cardinals, and the Bucks being 4 games behind the Cardinals. All right, so when you look at this, you look at the NFC side of things, you look at the AFC side of things. Let's keep going down to our top 10 before we get back to the get back. All right, so the Patriots are number 2 on the list right now, man. The shooter is back, man. This is what I'll say about the Patriots. You're giving him a couple of draft classes. You're giving him some time to be able to figure out the game. As he's coming off of his national championship in real life, as a college student we have right now, and a kid that's an NFL prospect. Just for those that ain't paying attention, nephew doing his thing right now. But on the video game, we know he's super explosive when it comes down to offense. And he's always been a great user on defense. Now, what we're going to talk about is, I think what happened with this Patriots team was he was in a division where a lot of those guys launch pad. You had the Dolphins who throw that thing 60, 70 yards downfield, let their speed run under it. The Bills, every other pass was a launch pad, right? And I think guys gave him the formula. You gave a guy like T, who's a great user when it comes down to calling plays and catching the ball and making things happen with the user stick, right? Period. A great user. But then when he's getting those people bombing him all game long, he learned how to do it. And I think that's the most dangerous situation somebody could have did for a guy of his caliber when he plays the game. Here's why. We only, you famous for this. You play a lot of games and you'll take a loss before you'll let people see the type of plays you run. True or false?
I will. I'll take a loss before I do that, because a lot of the league just copycats a lot. I don't like that type of football. I think a man should have his own aspect to the game and know how to play the game, and have most of these guys, don't have that. They don't have that because they see what people doing, and what I mean. Sometimes you got to be original. That's what makes Falk different, and that's what makes the Patriots different. What I mean? His style of football you can't copy because of the way how he plays.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Falk style you can't copy that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the way how he plays. Certain people you just can't copy because of the way they play. People think they can't play. People just can play flat out. As soon as they get the disc, they can play. Some of these guys can't do that. They got to sit back, watch, look. Okay, this works, and that's where they had the trouble at. You know what I mean? Because everybody's doing the same thing. You know what I mean? And then you can't do that in the league with people, especially with the top tier. You might get away with the bottom tier, but the top tier see it, and you just can't do that. And I see a lot of the copycat going on, power stretch, trade wide flex, crosses. Like, come on, you got to be original. Like the Patriots game is totally different. Falk game is totally different.
I agree.
Good game totally different. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The Panthers game is just totally different. It's just certain things. You know what I mean? Everybody got totally different games, but 80% of the league, they all doing the same thing, and they wondering why they're not winning. You know what I'm saying? The Bucks game is totally different. You know what I mean? It's all about being different. You can't do play a person and then turn around and then use what they do to beat you with it. It's not gonna work. Everything ain't for everybody.
Right.
That's why you never see nobody copying what the Patriots do. It's the reason why you don't want to broadcast. They gonna copy everything you fucking do.
You already know.
What I mean? That's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I see it. People sit back. Oh, I don't. Yes, you do. You do. I see it all the time. I see the copycat, and you can always tell who copycat because they're always struggling. People who are different always the ones that winning.
Man, and if you got a scheme and you stick with that scheme, my thing is build off of it. And again, football is a copycat sport, but like it's a difference between, taking something and making it your own. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a complete difference between
copycat is one thing, but doing the same thing as a person doing is different.
Right.
Taking that play, all right, boom, but you gotta have your own thing off of that. You know what I'm saying? On how you do it. They'll come and do it the same way. I watched the boy. I told Falk he was on. I said, man, you gotta stop playing this guy because he's doing the same adjustments you doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you can't do that. You gotta see it. All right, I'm figure out how to make that work for you. They don't do that. That's why they don't. That's why they don't copy the Patriots. His game is totally unorthodox.
Nah, you ain't copying that.
He put. You ain't copying
football
that
mind that play the video game. Like that's what makes him crazy. He play a video game. He ain't just out here being X and O smart. He got it. He out here playing the video game and he plays to the flavor of the game, right? Like each disc give you a different vibe. He plays to that vibe. He learns it. But this is what I would say. This is what I would say about T, and this is for his division. Those guys that were launch pad fucked it up for themselves because they taught him how to do it. Yep. Taught his ass how to do it. And what happens is you do it so fucking much. Like for example, I always say to you, fuck it, Unc, they gonna copy you, but like I'd rather you win the games. What you say to me every time? All right. Now I'm gonna say this: if I'm in that man's division, I'm not saying I won't run with successful, but I'm not going to run it in a hole. When you run it in a hole, you give people the opportunity to learn how to study, learn how to stop it, as well as learn how to use it. Right. So
I'm
now,
not gonna run too many. I mean, cut your boat.
No, you good.
If I'm in that division, I'm playing Falk. I'm not gonna run too many things against him because he gonna sit there and know how to stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? He's like I said, it's just different minds. People have football minds. Some of these guys don't have football minds. They just see what you're doing. Like I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna keep reanimating on this, and they're gonna try to do what you do. You try to make them better, and it's not gonna work. You gotta sit in the lab. You gotta be invested to be in this and be able to, you know what I mean, to be winning. Like that guy don't even that guy bought a disc like a fucking month later and come right in and still be winning. Like, what the fuck? I done sat here for a month
playing this game, right?
Shit. And you know what I mean? Certain people got that gift, you know what I mean? Certain people don't. So yeah, I can tell. And so can you, you know what I mean? And I can sit there and tell. I'm not knocking nobody, but you got to get your own just to how, see how I play. Like, certain people can change their game up. The Steelers changed this game up. You know what I'm saying? Certain people change their game up on how they play. And certain people just sit there and just copy. Like, the whole problem is too much people. Everybody's doing the same thing. Stretch right, stretch left. That's all they know how to do. As soon as they get in trouble, none of them. You know what I mean? Everybody. I just don't understand how you can play this game and sit there and don't invest in yourself and how to learn how to play this game. What I mean? By yourself. Go on a lab, figure some things out. They don't know how to beat shit. Don't know how to put shit together. Don't know how defenses work.
Loudly
Don't get in
cry
the
your face
lab.
on
But
amended
see,
cover
Paul,
to
you know
change
how them
into
whistles
cover
blow. You
3
know
real
T know
fast
how to do
build it
that shit.
smiling
You
face
know
with
how to do that
horns.
shit. Most of them just don't invest the time in and make that, what I mean, jump on their own. Because they got to see you doing it first. Okay, now I'm going to put that in my book and I'm going to try to. That shit ain't going to work for you. It's the same as me watching T and try to do what he doing. I can't do that shit.
Man, look, this is
Running
what I
with the
know.
quarterback,
Let me make
When
it
you
clear it's
when
harder than
you
noise
are
with headphones and
when a play
Anthits,
gets
darts
say when a
and
play start to
cover.
circulate through the whole league, what happens to that play is it become a dead play eventually because what happens, and
Double
I think Boone falls
exclamation
into this
mark.
category. Boone has some plays where they, you know, walk right by you type shit, right? But he do it so fucking much. By the time you get to season number two, everybody seen it, they know it, and now they know I sit on it and stop it. What do you do after that now? Now, where's your adjustment off of that? And that's the problem. Like, I used to tell Nano that, stop running stretch and power all fucking game because what happens is people start pitting eye close. And remember, nobody went running that shit on. Eye close was my
yeah.
formation. I taught that shit to Nano, and what happened? He ran it in the hole to where everybody got some form of eye in their playbook now. And then stretch power. I mean, that's a broad play for everybody to run. But what happens is people learned how to stop that shit by having to play it all game long. If I line up week 1 through 10 and I'm playing stretch right, stretch left niggas, eventually I'm gonna learn how to stop that shit, and that's what happens. The league catches on because they see it so fucking much, right? So if you're one of those guys that got your own style, own play, you know, play calling is everything. That's why we got play calling rules in the league, man. Play calling is everything because what it does is protects you as a play caller. Like when I'm running my stuff and then I start seeing other guys running it, it makes me go back into the bag and look for other stuff to run to better come off of that. And if you're not doing that, you're gonna be stuck, and you're gonna be stuck at doing things. You want to get better at this game, you got to build off of what you're good at. Period. Right now. So, with that being said, like we're gonna go through this top 10 real fast. At the same time, we got Cardinals one, Patriots are number two. Right now, if the playoffs were to start, they will have the first seed in both sides. Right, Panthers are sitting at number two, Ravens are number four. Panthers are number three. I'm sorry. Ravens are number four. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are number five, but they're on a two-game losing streak right now. How if you're the Bucks right now, are you concerned about those two losses, back-to-back losses right now?
Because I wouldn't be, because sometimes you just lose. Sometimes you know what I mean. You can win the game. You
Hmm.
know what I mean. He already been proven to be in the playoffs. You know me and him go back and forth.
Yes, sir.
It's just his style of football. How he plays is different.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know what I mean. But then you see everybody else mimicking it. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying.
Right.
So if he just locks in this player's game, he gonna run the ball.
Hmm.
He gonna do his reverses. He'll try to throw the ball. You know what I mean. But if he stick to his game, like I said, that's just it. You got to stay to your game.
No doubt. No
And
doubt.
that's just one of the things that he gonna do. I wouldn't worry about two losses in a row. It means sometimes you're gonna lose a game or two.
Hmm.
It should make you better, not worse.
No doubt, no doubt. The Bucks have been one of those teams that's been a playoff team every season but one. I think they're fighting to get back to that NFC Championship game where we had the famous quote, "Tutu can get you three." Tutu
Right.
on the block, by the way, right now. 27-year-old Tutu is on the block. There's somebody in this league that need a receiver, guarantee a
Yes,
player
it
like
is.
that. All right, so we're gonna go from number five to number 16, the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, I would say with this coach, you're dealing with a guy who plays the game he plays the game his way. He
He
has
got
a
his
really
own.
good offensive
Yeah, he
scheme,
got it.
right?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that
He got his
scheme is
own
successful.
scheme.
Yes, sir. But look, at 6, 7, and 8, we're looking at the Chargers, Broncos, and Raiders all sitting at 8 and 4. That division is probably going to come down to the end of the regular season to find out who's going to be crowned the AFC West champion. Now, the Chargers has won it every year so far. Do you see? I mean, I don't know what's going on with the Raiders. Max, if you're still on talking, let's talk about this. The Raiders have taken one loss this year. All his other losses was forced losses
Yep.
or 50-50. So I don't know if
See, the
he's
Raiders
checked out
don't
right
get
now.
Yeah,
what's
I
your
don't
title
really
Raiders.
know. Um, I felt like it was a situation where maybe he missed one game on some
Chargers
shit,
winning
and
division.
then the other two games, I feel like
3
he
of my
just kind
losses
of
was me on vacation too.
isn't thinking too much about, or worried about getting in the playoffs. He just doesn't think he's gonna win the division at this point.
My thing is this: you either playing or you're not playing. If you're not playing, then you're not playing, right? So I think when you just missing games because of
Raiders
not
benched
responding
Lamb
to
too
schedules
much.
and or people hitting you up and all that shit is a problem. You know. Now with that being said, the Broncos is 8-4, but the Broncos haven't won one game against the Chargers this.
Broncos don't run football
So
enough.
you getting comments in the in the comment section saying the Chargers going to win the division. If you're the Chargers though, Max, with the Raiders uncertainty and the Broncos haven't beaten the Chargers at all yet, are you
Nothing to
concerned
discuss here.
about the Chargers losing this division this year?
No, the Chargers will
Hell no.
90%, 95% win the
Steelers.
division.
Yeah, I agree. I agree because we don't know we don't know what's going on with the Raiders, and I think the Broncos have played the
Landslide.
yes sir played the Chargers twice already, I think, this season. All right, so with that being said, you see it at 6, 7, and 8. We have AFC West teams here. Now the Steelers are at 9, and they're 8-5 right now. Now, what's good about their 8-5 is they're on fire at this point. Anytime you own a 3-game winning streak, you're turning something around right now. With that being said, they're not out of contentions for the AFC North either because they still got to play the Ravens, and the Ravens got a nice little schedule coming down the stretch as well. So scheduling means is everything right now. I'll show you what I mean by that when we get to the AFC NFC situation. I think the Steelers are right there. I think the Steelers should continue to play try to continue to play great football and rise their stakes a little bit and put themselves in a better situation sitting on three back-to-back wins. The 49ers started off hot and they 8-5. So I'm not going to go to you, Max, here. I'm going to go
Who?
to the Rams because that's your division mate. How do you feel about the 49ers? Let's talk real right now. And ain't this called real talk? Let's get real right now. How do you feel about those
TMNT
49ers? They are 8 and
TMN
5 right
smiley
now.
face with sunglasses.
He just laughing. Oh my god.
Oh God. Who you asking me that? Or you
Facts.
Yeah,
asking
I'm
Max
asking
that?
you that.
He
49ers.
asking you.
Asking me what about him?
How you feel about them? They're a
I
playoff
don't.
team?
I'm their smiling face
Hell
with
no.
horns.
You think they'll
He
make
ain't
the
no.
off though?
You think they're gonna make the offs this year?
He been playing like he gonna make the odds, but he gonna lose in the
My
first
boy
round. If he
flexed
do, you know
biceps.
what I mean? It all
Medium
depends.
dark skin tone.
I don't know. It's hard to
Cause
say.
you
If he
know,
stopped, he only gonna run plays that he see other people doing.
49ers
It's like
in.
he put in the chat. He don't even understand how the receiver get out. He's still trying to figure the game out. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I
So
agree.
once I seen that, you
Rams
know what I
in.
mean? I said, okay, now I understand why he's still trying to figure the game out. I played him. He beat me once. Then I played him again. I understand, but he just repetitive. You know what I mean? He only gonna do what works for him. You know what I mean? You got to get something off of that. You know what I mean? To make it work. So once I play you once or twice, okay,
NFC
I know what he gonna
PCS
run here.
basket.
You know what I mean? So like he said, he's still learning. So you know what I mean? Once he figure out, you know what I mean? Because with the question he asked me, I was like, damn, he don't even know how to do that. I said, okay. You know what I mean? Maybe he's still learning.
Right.
You know what I mean? As far as the game
AFC
is. You
Central
know what I mean?
West
Sometimes it
basket.
be like that. You
Yes,
know what I mean?
sir.
But at least he's invested in trying to learn and ask questions, not too you know what I mean? At least he's not sitting back and just not asking questions. Because people just won't ask
Drew
the
got
question. You know?
his next four games is Eagles, Seahawks, Ravens, and Lions.
Well, the
NFC
Seahawks checked
South
out.
two teams getting in unless Snake turned Tyrant.
The Seahawks checked out. He letting niggas slide into the playoffs off his checkouts too, man. Giving out forced wins, which games that he can actually win and shit. So the Seahawks checked out, so we ain't worrying about that game at all. But the
And
Niners are
who
at
else he
10.
got?
He
He
got the
got Eagles
Eagles,
next, Seahawks, Ravens, Lions.
and I think
He gonna get
Shogun's
he
done
gonna
checked out.
he gonna get three
Yeah,
forces and he got to play the Ravens. And
he's
that's a
gonna get
loss.
two forces. Boone not gonna give him a force. Boone gonna play.
Who?
Boone the
Boone.
Eagles.
Oh, Boone might play him. You know what I mean? It all you know. But Boone ain't what Boone used to be. Boone ain't invested into the game like he used to be.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
we
I can
trying to get
tell.
Boom back
I watched
now.
Boone
Like,
game.
Boom.
Boone with his launch pad and everything. What the fuck? Why are you throwing? Who? He just
Yeah,
launched pad. He ain't, you know what I mean? So Boone he ain't invested like he used to be. Boone used to be invested. Yeah, motherfuckers don't know. Boone used to be invested in the game.
yep,
He used to be hard to stop.
I
yes,
got
You know
two
sir.
what I mean?
dogs to make the
For real, he used to
NFC
be
win
hard to stop.
Fiesta
You know what I
Oz.
mean? But getting back to the 49ers, you guys to stop stealing shit.
That nigga
You
said,
gotta stop it.
let's get to the get back.
Let's get
He
back
gave
to.
his flowers, but then he went right to the hardcore. Stop stealing
Yeah,
shit, cuz. Fuck stealing
I gave him
plays.
his fly. I mean, whatever he learned the game, but damn, I played him and beat him with his. You know what I mean? Tore him up with this
Face with
formation. I
tears
came
of
right
joy,
back.
face
Boy, if
with
he ain't had
tears
that
of joy.
formation up, came right back and beat me with the same formation. I ain't just about a bitch.
Man,
You know what I'm
that
saying? But see, that's what I'm talking about.
that
Yeah,
shit
it wasn't
that
no.
shit heartbreaking, man. When you watching niggas
It was
run your shit at you. I'm
right in the
playing niggas,
corner
they
too.
running it
Tore
right
me
at
up.
me. Damn.
Tore
Now
me
he
up
got
like
that
3, 4
formation.
times with it. I was like, this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, no,
Hmm.
he didn't. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, he just now learned the game when I heard that. So I back off of him. He was man up and said, you know what? I don't know this. I don't know that. I'm trying to learn this. So I back off of people like that. At least they trying to learn how to, you know what I mean?
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know.
Diggle your top 10, man. That's the BCS top 10. Now we're going to go to the divisions right now. So you got the Ravens and the AFC North sitting at 10-2. Steelers are 8-5. Bengals are 500, and the Browns are 3-10 right now. I'm about to read off a score line to y'all, and we're gonna sit back and have a conversation for a second between us three. The Browns are 3-10 right now. They're actually having a better season than they had last year,
Bring NT.
but they've given up 648 points on the season so far. Now, last year they gave up 80 points a
Oh my,
game. Yo, niggas is going to the Pro Bowl when they line
you
up in
are my
Cleveland. They come to Cleveland Pro fucking
hero.
Bowl.
That's my man,
Pro
man.
fucking Bowl.
Yo,
Love
bro,
Hero though. He
see,
don't give a fuck though.
he don't give a fuck, man. See about that hero, he don't, you know what I mean? He got his own little scheme. He don't care.
He don't
He
give a
don't
fuck.
care. Hero just play the game. This be playing the game, man. You know
But
how
if
that
he
go.
fucking understood how to run that scheme he got, he could be dangerous on offense. But by the time you get to the third quarter, he throwing the ball to number three the whole game. Niggas
Log
out here,
into
give
the
me that.
chat right now. They ready smiling face
Right.
with
Give me
horns.
that.
The whole team go to
Give me that.
stop.
Niggas be manning up him. Five niggas on him, manned up. The whole other side of the field, butt naked. He don't give a fuck. Going right to his ass. Ooh, let me get that. Let me give me that.
He don't care. He don't care,
At
man.
all. He don't give
He
a
don't
flying
care.
fuck. All right, so look, the Bengals on a 2-game losing streak, which got them at 500 right now. They only one game behind the Steelers. And
Yo, man, he has not changed his game in like 7 discs.
my boy McCoy still running that pill. Okay, fuck.
Man, I have never but you know what? That's his scheme. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I gotta respect it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I
Demon
see
time
he just
back.
played. That's just his scheme. Like he just not gonna change. I'm like, it's not. Look, I said, no way he's still running that. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Like I said,
look.
but it just goes back to people being fully. You know what I mean? What this is what I'm gonna
Shushing
do.
face,
Stop
shushing
it.
face.
You know what I
Right,
mean? Uh,
right.
cool.
This is
I
me.
didn't. This is me.
I'm a
I ain't. You
win
know what I
being
mean?
me. I'm a lose being me. I can
Being
respect
me.
that though, bro. I can respect that for
Yeah, he
sure.
don't change. Like I said, some people just don't. They don't have it, and they trying to learn off of other people. You know what I mean? See you do something, go install that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't get that part because the game's supposed to be different, supposed to be funner. You know what I mean? Supposed to be
Yeah.
everybody had their own scheme and be able to scheme up and be able to beat the next person. In this league, everybody does the same thing. Not everybody, but we know what we're saying.
Mm-hmm.
We see y'all, you know. See people that's why I don't like broadcasting. I lost my Packers. Packers beat the shit out of me. I ain't
Yeah.
care. And then
Motherfucker.
I
What
played
game?
the
Who you was
Steelers.
playing? Who you was playing
I
when you was
played the
like, oh, it's
Steelers,
five
right?
niggas watching. I ain't running
Look, I
shit.
played the Steelers, right? I played the Steelers. I went right down the field and scored, right? I looked up at the John. I said, 8 people watching this ball. He can have this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He can have this game.
but look, that's
And
what make
then,
this shit funny and make it real because you really like that. Like you really
man, he
been
can
like
have this
that
game.
since
I'm
Mad
good.
17, bro. Or fuck
Yeah, I'm
that.
good.
How many times you just tell me,
Mm-mm.
and stop fucking getting these guys your shit, bro?
Yeah, man,
You gonna be
fuck that. It
mad.
was 8 people watching the stream. I was like, I haven't even didn't even notice. You know, how somebody go into the stream and they look, because I wasn't remember me and you was playing. We wasn't even worrying about nothing. We was just rocking. So I had to look up in the right corner. I was like, what the fuck? I went right down the field and scored the first possession. After that, man, the score was like 34-7. Man, you can have this shit. I wasn't running no defense. I was running opposite defense. I was running, man. I ain't running nothing. I'm not gonna sit here and teach you because they'll sit there and watch what you doing, and then you go as soon as you done. I played against. I promise you.
I ain't gonna
I
say the
played
person's
against.
name, but I know exactly
I
who you
ain't.
talking about.
I
Oh my
played with
god.
Falk. Me and Falk was playing, and I ran it. It was I form. You know what I mean? Nobody
Mm.
runs that shit the way I got shit in there that beat a lot of shit. They just don't. They haven't sat there. Like I said, they don't have a football mind to do it. Like they said, I never seen that ran like that. I got a fucking player in there that'll bomb some shit over the top, and you can't get to it. So I ran it, hit Falk with it. Falk said, "God damn, that shit was butt naked." 2 seconds later, I heard beep, the whistle's blowing. I got a whole scheme. I'm like, what the fuck? What's that? I'm like, who in practice mode and
And
shit? Like,
stalled the shit out of it. Oh my
oh yeah, I got a whole scheme off of that.
god.
I was like, see, that's why I said I don't bring it out. It was totally different.
Face
It's
with
off
tears of
meta.
joy,
You ain't
face
gonna
with
know how to
tears of
do
joy,
it. You know what I
face
mean?
with
It's me
tears of
sitting in the
joy.
lab. Okay, I know
Rolling
what
on the
beat shit,
floor,
how to beat
laughing,
shit,
rolling on
when to
the
beat
floor,
shit. You
laughing,
feel
Right.
me?
rolling on the
And I
floor,
bombed
laughing,
him and I
rolling on
caught
the
him. You know what I
floor,
mean? Because you gotta
laughing,
catch good
rolling on
people
the
when they
floor,
slipping.
laughing.
You know what
Right.
I mean? Falksine was like, because I never ran
Lovely
that play on
crying
him ever
face,
again.
lovely
You know what I
crying
mean?
face,
That's what I'm
lovely
saying.
crying
People, he's
face,
smart. He ain't
lovely
gonna let that
crying
shit happen
face,
again.
lovely
I know you
crying
in this
face,
formation
lovely
for a
crying
reason.
face,
You know
lovely
me, you
crying
don't run the
face,
ball.
lovely
You know
crying
what I'm
face,
saying?
lovely
But I
crying
caught him
face,
off. I ran
lovely
the stretch,
crying
came
face,
right back,
lovely
no huddle,
crying
came back,
face.
ran the motion off this shit. You know what I mean? I ran the motherfucking power, came right back, audible third down, bombed him. Fuck, I wish you would run that shit again. But that shit was butt naked on. God damn, I never seen nobody. You know what I mean? That boy
Whole
was
time you hear
ready.
this in the background. Tweet.
Tweet. I'm like, what the fuck, man? They in practice mode.
Niggas
I'm
in
like,
practice mode airing that shit.
motherfucker came right out and said, I got a whole scheme off of that. Sure enough, I came out and played him. He
Had the
came out
whole
and ran that
scheme.
shit. Yo, he had a whole
He
scheme. I
ain't
was
run the
over here
one play tutty on
crying.
you though. He
Yeah,
left
he
that
ain't
alone.
running.
He
He
ran
ain't
the whole
running. He left
scheme
it
off that
alone.
shit. But you know
When he
what though?
came in,
At least he
yeah.
built a scheme off of it instead of just, you know what I
That's
mean?
what I'm
Instead of just
talking
coming
about.
right
See,
out
he
and just
built. He
stealing the
like
play
I
and running
ain't.
the play.
But he already got. Everybody has the formation, but they just don't know how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
If they
Mm-hmm.
see that shit that I ran, man, you ain't seen it yet, have you?
Nope.
You ain't seen that shit. Wow.
Nope.
If
But
they see
I
that
know when I
play,
played you, I know I saw some shit like, oh my God, oh yeah, damn, oh, I was just in that formation. I ain't never know that was that. Yeah, don't
you
do
know
it
what I
here, do
mean?
it there. I mean, and then give the flowers, man. Thank you, Unc. You know what I'm saying? You take something from somebody, man, and you broadcast it. Make
He
sure
was
the world hear
respectful
that
about it. I
shit.
came back, I played him, and then he ran his whole scheme off. He ain't hit me with. He ain't try. I said, nah, you ain't doing that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna man that motherfucker up. You crazy? Because you can't. You because you can't user it. There's no way to user it. You can't stop it. It's over the top. The time you see it, it's too late.
Yes,
It's already
sir.
30 years. It's already 30. You can run cover. I got to cover 2 beater off of it. You got a couple beaters. Like I said, people. I just don't. I ain't teaching nobody. I ain't doing it.
But
I've been playing this shit.
what's the impact of practice, bro? We were just talking about that offline and
It
shit when
makes
I
you
was like,
better.
you know what I
It
mean?
makes you better. You
When me
got to
and
know.
you was thick as thieves on this game, we'd be on chat for hours and I'm in practice mode with the whistle blowing the whole time.
See, you
Tweet.
was the one that came out was like, fuck that, sneak me. How you? Wait a minute. How you? Wait a minute. How you?
Yeah. Yeah.
How you? Wait a minute. Fuck that. Who you? How you? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? How
Yeah.
you?
I asked
Okay,
the
this is that.
questions. How you
This
do
is
that?
this.
What the
This is
fuck? How you
what
get
the
this
fuck?
off?
Hold up.
Sit this
And then
motherfucker here and do this. Yeah.
I watch you come from a person that really that really see that's what I'm saying. You did your own work. You put your
Mm-hmm.
own work in it. You know what I mean? So you gotta respect that. You put your own work, you got your own okay, now you know how to beat all shit. Now you got the concept in your
Yeah.
head. The
Yeah.
plays are there. You just gotta know the concept. They go on YouTube, see a play, right? see that play. Now, what you got to do is go back in the playbook and find a play just like that, but in a
Right,
different formation,
right.
and beat that shit like that. They'll come right back out in the same play. You know what I'm saying? They giving you, when you go to YouTube and you watch that, they're giving you how to beat certain things. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So when they give it to you, don't just look at the play. You know what I mean? Don't just look at what they, you know what I mean, the play. Look at what they're doing. Go back in,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Scroll through the playbook.
Find out why it worked,
Why it
not
worked. Okay,
what
I
he
gotta
doing.
have this type of post, this streak, or this, you know what I mean? Just to do this, to make that, beat that, and then you get your own scheme up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
That's how
sir.
that you done it. I learned that shit from Falk.
Mm-hmm.
I learned most of that
If
shit
you ask
from
for the
beating shit. I
score, get
was
the
always a
score
defensive
and
person.
more.
And he always was the offensive person, and you know what I mean, both. And I just said, all right, let me see what this is. I just said, I just go and practice. You know what I mean? And go and practice
Mm-hmm.
every day,
Packers.
and just learn how to beat shit. You know what I mean? But these guys won't be fully invested
Vikings.
in trying to actually go in and try to beat shit. And I don't understand that. You know what I
Got
mean?
it.
You gotta
Got
find
it.
something.
The number one thing is you got to be invested with your team. You got to know what your players are, why you have these players. When you making draft picks or trades
Yeah,
and things like that, you got to know the player you actually have and know
yeah,
especially with this game is since Madden 20, this game has been nothing but ability based. If you putting abilities
right,
on guys, you better put them in them situations for those abilities that light the fuck up and work. If not, good luck.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. Good luck. We still got some games left. I think there's about a four more games left regular season. So in the AFC North, it's not over yet. I think the Steelers and you can possibly say the Bengals are all still fighting to see who wins that division.
right.
When you look at the AFC South, it's a two-man race here. The coach sitting at 7-6. Max, I need you here. We talked about this
Yeah.
last night. Coach schedule. They're 7-6. The Jaguars are 5-8. Right. We needed Mike to win that game, but he's not out of it because of the coach schedule. Seahawks has one of the toughest schedules I've seen down the stretch in a long time. Once Max get to it and read these last four games he got off, will let you see why that the Jaguars still got a shot at getting this Division 1 for the second time in a 5 season stretch. Um,
Colts got Ravens, Cardinals, Dolphins, Chargers.
Repeat them 4 games.
Ravens, Cardinals, Dolphins, Chargers.
All right, now let's slide to the sticky Jaguars and see what my boy Mike's sitting on because the coach is he in his hell part of the schedule. That's a fucking schedule and a half right there. So
Texans.
Shit,
I'm saying
Jaguars.
Mike got a little
I'm saying
better,
I
got a
know.
little
I'm saying
scheme.
Jaguar is the Texans,
Hey, shit.
Jets, Patriots, Falcons.
All right, now they're not easy games for the Jaguars either though. But if you had to guess or take a shot at the problem is, I think the Colts played the Jaguars twice. Did the Colts beat them twice? Did they split? What happened in that series?
They lost to the Colts twice.
All right, so that's probably going to be the Colts' saving grace here because even if the Colts lose 4 straight and he finished the season 7-10,
You remember see how it used to be?
he got better.
Mm, mm,
Sheehan
mm.
got way better. So
Remember he
Max,
used to. Remember he was. Man, he was like he didn't know
Some
concepts
people
or nothing. And
fall.
he even be in there playing something. You know what I mean?
yeah, he just
You
didn't
know,
know
he
the
at least he ain't like brother Shakir.
he didn't, yeah, brother Scare was, oh my god. So Max, with that,
Pacific.
with them last 4 games for both teams right now, what do you mean? Some people funny shaking my head. Speak your mind through the comments. What we talking about? I like to know what you're talking about. Coach Jaguars, can Mike still win this division?
What? What the?
If he wins against the Texans and the Jets or the Falcons, I think he'll get in the playoffs.
So he
Like he
got
just
a
has to win
th-
two.
2 out of the 4.
Hmm.
Wow. Now,
That's my
what if
thought.
you even had that conversation about Mike making the playoffs?
I don't know about that though because this is the thing. If the coach lost all 4 of those games, he'll be 7-10. If Mike lose 2 out of the 4 games, he's 7-10. And the coach beat him twice, so I don't see him getting the. He got to win 3 out of the 4. He got to win 3 out of the 4 and hope the coach lose all 4 of those games.
Oh God, 7-10.
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see that.
because if they finish with the same record, the coach going to get in because he got the head up. He beat him twice.
Yeah,
So I mean, this is still interesting. You can't check out on this until it's over with. Again, I think if Mike lose 2 games, I think the coach still get in the playoffs no matter what. So Mike is on the clock right now. What are you going to do, Big Mike? Can you go get you 3 wins out of these last 4? It's going to be tough, buddy.
Who he got to play?
He got the Texans, the Jets, the Patriots, and I don't know who that last team was.
The
Falcons.
Texans
Falcons.
ain't playing
Falcons.
with the Texans.
Yeah, all tough
The
games.
Jets. The Texans. The Jets. Who else?
Patriots
Patriots,
and the
Falcons.
Falcons.
Yeah, he got to win how many games out of that?
They need to win 3 out of those 4 games.
I say at least two, because if the Colts lose all the games, Madden's good for just
So he got a
switching
tough little
motherfuckers when they
stretch
start
I
there.
just
losing.
can't
Yeah.
see how the Colts will lose with the same record as the Jaguars. I feel what you're saying, Madden be on some bullshit, but he
Yeah,
got the
Madden will
head up
switch you in a heartbeat.
2 straight games over him. Like he won both the division games, he's gonna win the division. So there's no way. I don't see how If Madden did some
Yeah,
fuck shit like that, it'd be crazy. All right,
they
we're going to the
should
AFC
just,
East with
yeah.
it right now. Now we're looking at the 7-5 Dolphins. We saw this last year. That Dolphins team got into the playoffs as the
Who
seventh
got the?
seed, and Hoodie went from the 7th seed to the Super Bowl. So I
That's
would say
another guy.
I don't know if he can catch up to this division. I can't see T losing 4 games at all down the
It's
stretch,
a tough
but
division over there.
it is a nice little tough division right now. So I would stay with the first place team, being the first place team, and we stay here at 2 and 3. Dolphins and the Jets right now. That's
The
the conversation going forward. Who gets in?
Dolphins, Dolphins got Falcons, Bills, Colts, Chiefs.
All right, so the Falcons. I mean, the Dolphins look like they in. I don't see them losing the game,
Mm,
and some of the guys they playing ain't even active right now. So say that again. They got who?
They got, hold on, Falcons, Bills, Colts, Chiefs.
All right, so the Bills will be a forced win, and they got the Falcons, Colts, and the Chiefs down the stretch. Yeah,
Falcons,
shoot.
Bills, Colts, Chiefs. Yeah.
And what the Jets schedule looking like down the stretch?
The Jets got Titans, Jags, Saints, Giants.
I think they get to that Giants game and we'll decide right there between Junior and Corey right there. That's going to be interesting down the stretch right now. So again, this division is interesting, and they have opportunities to still get 3 from this division in. And in the West, you're looking at Chargers, Broncos, Raiders. And we already made a decision that the Chargers win this division, but what the schedule look like for the Broncos and the Raiders down the stretch?
And the Broncos are Browns, Vikings, Bills, Bengals.
Okay, and the Raiders have
The Raiders have
Chargers.
Bengals, Ravens, Bears, Browns.
They have who?
Bengals, Ravens, Bears, Browns.
They don't play the Chargers.
That's like this week. I was saying
Oh,
after
okay.
this
Oh,
week.
okay. After this week. All right. All right. I mean, if they play, we'll see how that goes. But this division is still interesting with 4 lost teams, 3 4 lost teams. But we made our prediction that the Chargers will win this division still. All right. Let's look on the NFC North side: Bears, Lions, Vikings, Packers. I think I don't know. I think Shogun's checked out. To be honest with you, flat out
Yeah.
checked out. So I think this is over with. I think Rob will win this division now. After I talk shit and said and challenged his
That
ass and said
internet there.
getting the
Woo.
playoffs and you get Lamar, and I know the few niggas like, you getting Lamar? If that nigga in the playoffs, you think I want a playoff pick? Now my boy fought hard though, bro. Like because it wasn't looking good. We was counting him out for sure. Y'all just got to know if I was counting him out because I thought he was counted out, or was I pushing him?
Who was you talking about? The
Talking about the
Bears?
Bears. And if you know me, you should better make that decision easily. If you know
You
who
just
I
gotta get
am.
that internet. Could we just address that internet real quick?
Who the Bears?
What?
The Bears
I think that
internet
nigga
though.
playing on. I think he playing on the moon, man, or something. His shit worse. I swear, man.
You got my nigga Rob playing on the moon? Oh
I
my God.
swear, man, that shit was terrible. I was
Yeah,
playing it,
check your
man. I don't even know what the fuck was
He's
going
with
on in
tears
that
of
game,
joy.
man.
Oh
Like
my
people don't
God.
know. Could we just address that shit? Could we just pause, have a station break for that? See, guys, though, you can't play on Wi-Fi on this shit. You can't do it. It changes the game. Play the pass rush. It changes a lot of shit dealing with the game, man.
this
You know what I
nigga on
mean?
the clock.
That internet connection just it's fucking. You know what I mean? If you got a horrible connection, it's gonna change the whole the whole state of the game. Nobody's doing. People standing still. People bumping in. Both my corner and safety, they were sticking each other. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Junkyard,
Like
if you still
everybody.
watching the show, are you playing the Broncos tonight? We still got a late game after the show. So are y'all playing that game or what, man? We need to know. We need to know what's going on over here, kiddo. All right. This division, man, I think the Bears win it. I think the Bears win it. I don't know if the Lions is still checked in or not, but he on a 2-game losing streak. Um,
I'm checking.
so the Bears will win this division and will be back into the playoffs, man. Shout
He
out
gonna
to
win that
my boy
division because of
Rob.
the internet. That's what he
Riders on
gonna do.
auto.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh my God!
He
All
gonna
right,
lag
so
a motherfucker in the end of this saying, I don't even want to play this shit.
NFC South right now. So you got the Panthers at 12-1, Bucks 9-4. The Falcons still have a fighting chance for the playoffs at 7-6 right now. So if I'm young Camden, I'm trying to win out. You know, he got some. We heard a couple of games that he already playing on the schedule. So I think they're on a 3-game winning streak right now. I think they're in a good situation to figure it out right now. Now, the question is, will we better get 3 from the NFC South into the playoffs when you have the NFC East only sitting look like 1 is getting in here? So look, you got the Giants sitting at 6-7, the
Hills on
Cowboys
auto.
7-6, Eagles are 5-8, Commanders are 5-7 right now.
Falcons, by the way, got Dolphins, Cowboys, Texans, Jags on their way out.
I got y'all. I'll put them on auto after the show in a second. All right, so
Nice.
say that again. Giants, Falcons got who?
Dolphins, Cowboys, Texans, Jags.
Okay. All right. So we're looking at a 1-game lead in the NFC East. Giants are 6-7 right now, but the Cowboys are 7-6. So once the week advanced, the Cowboys look like they're playoff bound right now, and they fighting down the stretch. Let's talk about their 2 schedules, Mike. Giants and Cowboys.
Y'all niggas don't let D West come back and just play off bound. Giants got Saints, Eagles, Lions, Jets. I got the Giants winning out.
Okay, I wouldn't disagree with that as well. And the Cowboys are dealing with
Cowboys got Bucks, Falcons, Rams, Commanders. I got the Cowboys losing out.
every game.
Yep.
Oh wow. All right, so that's interesting, man, because the Eagles are on both of their schedules, the Commanders are on both of their schedules at the same time. So, like, we got some good play over here right now. A lot of struggling going on in this division. Somebody's going to pull it out right now. Because from top to bottom, you're only looking at a 1 to 2 game lead over this division at this point right now. Now, the NFC West, Cardinals are already in. So, we're looking at the 49ers and the Rams both sitting at 8-5 right now. Who gets in, Max?
Give me a second. Let me see. Rams got Seahawks, Lions, Cowboys, Cardinals. Seahawks, Lions, Cowboys, Cardinals. Seahawks, Lions, Cowboys, Cardinals. Niners got Eagles, Seahawks, Ravens, Lions.
That's going to be interesting. I think
Rams.
that comes down. Yeah, I like this.
I think Rams.
I
I like
think it's going to be a
Rams.
nice little fight down to the end of. So, all right. So we still got. So bottom line, fellas, we
NFC
got a whole
East.
bunch of teams, like I said, that have an opportunity to still make the playoffs. So if you're a guy, sitting with, I would even say in the NFC, if you're sitting on 8 losses, you still should be playing your games to figure it out. In the AFC, you're looking at 7 losses to figure it out. With the major race being between the AFC South, and that's the Colts and the Jaguars down the stretch when it comes down to that. Now we know the playoff picture is up. Doesn't mean I'm going to the playoff picture for a long time. Just want to let you see what it looked like if the playoffs would start today. You would see the Panthers playing the Rams 2 versus 7, Bears playing the Niners 3 versus 6, Giants playing the Bucks 4 versus 5 in the NFC with the Cardinals waiting on the divisional round. Same thing over in the AFC. Patriots are waiting on the divisional round. Ravens and the Steelers look like they will be matched up. Then you got the Chargers and the Raiders 3 and 6, and then the Colts and the Broncos at 4 and 5. So that would be the matchups if the playoffs would start today. We all know games will be won, games will be lost. So we'll see who leaves the playoffs picture and who stays in it. Simple as that. Now with 4 or 5 games remaining, five games, 3 games remaining, 3 and 4, some 4, some 5. Remaining, let's go look at the last thing we're gonna talk about today, and we're just gonna go quickly through the award race right now, real fast. Go through the award race. So the MVP, the big time races between Kyler Murray and Mike Cubbage. Now at 3 and 4, you got Thornton, Najee Harris, and then at 5, Lamar Jackson. But I think the race continues between Kyler Murray and Mike Cubbage coming down the stretch right now. So we'll see how that plays itself out. In the AFC, you're looking at Offensive Player of the Year, Thornton at 1, Metcalf at 2, Pickens at 3, Cummins at 4, and Jarrett Wilson for the Jets sitting at 5. In the NFC, Calvin Johnson Jr., you got Robert Brown, the rookie, the diaper dandy, Najee Harris, the running back, Ricky Newman, Isaac Bruce, all are in your top 5 Offensive Player of the Year race. Defensive Player of the Year race, you got Sweat, Barno, Cannon, Barlow, and then Victor Graham for the Falcons. So we got a bunch of pass rushers up there in the safety. AFC Defensive Player of the Year goes to Adolphe Owe Telfair. You got O'Neal Scott, the user, and then Tyrone Elam, that safety that get a lot of INTs, and then Marcus Bynes for the Colts sitting up there in the top 5. Your diaper dandy list is Joe Jawan Hudson. You got MK Lynch. You got Thomas Holt, Isaiah Tolbert, CJ Johnson, Bettis, Peoples, Andrews, Trapp, and Gabriel. And the NFC, you're looking at Robert Brown, D'Angelo Tomlinson, you got Allen Ballantyne from the 49ers, Mark Allen for the Falcons, Jason Biggers, the tight end for the Bears, and then you got Terrell Moon, the quarterback for the Giants. Max Brady, quarterback, Heath Miller, tight end, Cordell Coles, don't know who he is, and Emmitt Smith Jr. at 10 in your diaper dandy race. Defensive diaper dandies, P.D. Jones, the safety, Rod Woodson for the Rams, Maurice Hannon. You got Jerry Batier, linebacker. Vikings got Deion McIntyre, the cornerback. Bruce Smith III, Kadeem Wagner, the safety. Donovan Tatum, defensive end. Landry Duval and Champ Bailey are your top 10 diaper dandies on defense in the NFC. AFC is as follows. Stephen Roten, Miz Foe. You got Reggie White Jr., Earl Barrett, K-Man Bibbs, Kyle McDaniels, Benji Steele, Kevin Lowry, Paul Pierre, and Ron Israel. Best quarterbacks, top 3. Mike Cubbage, Lamar Jackson, Trey Lance, Herbert and Foe rounds off your top 5. In the NFC, you're looking at Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Fields, Desmond Ritter, and then Max Brady are your top 5. At the running back position, you got Najee Harris, Tony Dorsett for the Cowboys, Kenneth Walker III, Saquon Barkley, and DeAndre Swift. AFC running backs are as follow. Cummings, Dell, Teller, Zeus White, and MK Lynch at 5, rounds off your top 5. Best receivers in the AFC, Tyquan Thornton, DK Metcalf, George Pickens, Jarrett Wilson, J. Jawan Hudson are your top 5. NFC receivers are as follows. Calvin Johnson Jr., Robert Brown, the diaper dandy, Ricky Newman, Isaac Bruce, Drake London are your top 5 right there. O-line, Connor, Allen, across, top 3. AFC, you have Williams, Nelson, and Burst. D-line, you're looking at Oway, Johnson, Jermaine Johnson II. You got Darryl Goldsberry, Raheem Wynn, and then Zach Randall, your top 5 in the AFC D linemen. NFC D linemen are as follows. Sweat, Cannon, Barlow, Peterson, and Mekhi Parsons, your top 5. Linebackers, Barno, Dawkins for the Eagles, Eli Coleman, Baron Brown, and Isaiah Simmons is just a rose. AFC linebackers are as follows. Telfair, Jarrett, Crosby, Roten, and Battle. 2 Chargers sitting there. Your best DBs are Scott, safety, Elam, Maurice Barnes, Milstead, the safety for the Dolphins, and then you got Charles Woodson Jr. for the Raiders at 5. NFC, your best DBs are as follow. P.D. Jones, you got Victor Graham, Percy Butler, the safety, Khalid Williams, safety, Khalid Cherry, the cornerback, And we're looking at lockdown Ramsey at 6 fighting his way in that mix right there, fellas. All right, so that's your mix right now. We still got some games. I need to figure some things out. In particular, we want to know what's up with the Packers and the Broncos game. Outside of that, we'll holler at y'all. And those that ask for the auto, we'll put those guys on auto for y'all in a second. We're out of here.